We ready to rock and roll? What's up, Kate? Glad you made it. Okay, let's warm up a little bit, you guys. So let's stand up. All right. And let's warm up our knees. I start with our hips a little bit. Hips come in circles, large circles here. Other way. Advanced guard get-ups today.
Maybe Tracy check the emails.
Tracy, we check it right now.
People emailing directly saying they're having issues, and then
check the password first, see if it was wrong. What did we put in the email? Good. So let's go knees here, you guys, little circles. In one direction. Nice. And change directions. Good. Arms, big reach. Circle back. Other way, forward. Good, other arm, back. Full reach. Sharon, how are you? Lou is here. Other way, forward. Excellent. Let's lay down. Awesome. Okay, legs. Circling in. Good. Other direction. Nice. Both feet on the ground. Turn to your side. Shoot the hips out. Let's trim back. One. Switch sides. Hips out. Back. Switch sides. Hips out. Back. Switch sides. Back. Switch sides. Switch sides. Switch sides. Switch sides. Great. Now sit up. Look at this. Let's have your leg, one leg up, one leg straight. This time, one leg up, one leg posted, both hands on the ground, but your leg starts all the way out there, out front. You gotta put all your weight on your hands, lift your hips up a little bit, and shoot this leg all the way back for base get up.
You can also do knee first if you want, knee, and then foot.
Come all the way up, hands up, and then go back down. And then shoot your leg back through. Thread the needle back in, beautiful. Okay, hands down, hips up, step. And up, back down. Shoot the leg all the way back out, full extension, great. Last one, up, here, touch down, come back, and switch sides. Other leg straight, both hands down. Yep, let's come out together, all the way out. One, thread the needle. Hips, stand, thread the needle. Hips, stand, thread the needle. You're gonna see why, you guys, you're gonna see why today. This position of one leg out, one leg up, one hand down is gonna be integral in our get-ups today. So Eve's gonna break that down for us, starting with the direct get-up, advanced guard get-ups. What makes them advanced? Well, first of all, if you've never seen guard get-ups, guard get-up is the idea of being inside the bottom of the fight. Person's on top of you inside your guard. They may have ended up here on their own, or they may have ended up here because you put them here as a position of safety and control. Either way, getting back to your feet is a top priority. After you neutralize punches and you stay safe for a period of time, you eventually want to get back to your feet. And in other classes, we talk about several different ways, go ahead, where she scoots out, she does this, she kicks, she scoots away, look how far, and she gets up. So lots of distance, lots of space. That's standard guard get-ups. Advanced guard get-ups, you may not have the distance, space to operate in, or the time. You have to get up faster. So when it's in a more immediate situation or a more condensed space, we have the advanced guard get-ups that we're gonna cover today. They're very fun.
That's right. So the first scenario, like Henry mentioned, maybe because of either lack of space to be able to scoot back, or it might be time, and I just need to get up as soon as possible. Okay, so it's gonna look like this. Once, and I get up right away from here. It's called the direct get up. So we're starting from the guard position where my legs are around his torso here. Now this starts by posting on his body, and this is very standard for a guard get up, which we see in multiple classes. Hands go on the chest, stiff arms if possible. Using my foot, I'm gonna rotate my body and shrimp my hips out. My foot lands on his hip, my leg is extended, and I extend my body fully here. I can kick once if possible. I can rock up. And now this is where it's different. So instead of me trying to kick him again and scoot back, I take his arm and I drag it directly across my body so I can get up safely. So from here, I can stand up. If Henner tries to reach me from here, try to reach me.
You're hurting my wrist.
I know.
It's so much
very
pressure.
difficult. I have both
She's
of
putting
his
so
hands
much
on one
weight
side.
on my hand right here, you guys. You can't believe it. Pressure is hard. I can't lift my hand off the ground.
Right, and the other arm can't
This
really
one's
effectively
weak because I
reach me.
can't. I need Eve.
So
Listen.
that buys me time while I go to get up. So it's all, this entire class is literally about that moment right there, that arm drag, where I take his hand, I put both arms on one side of my body, and I can get up safely.
Which makes sense, because listen, if Eve wants to get up, if Eve gets up in any other way, close, let's say you do a standard guard get up, watch. L to the eye, kick out, keep in face, get up right here, right now. Watch what happens. I'm gonna grab her. The fact that my arms are around Eve's legs allows me to grab. But if I put both hands on the ground and I'm not allowed to move them, how am I supposed to grab her if she's not in between my arms? So today's success is about getting his arms to one side of your body and then getting up. We're gonna show you several ways to do that. Okay, so Eve will do this one solo.
So the first way, yeah, is the guard, is the direct
Everyone
get up
lay down with your
collar.
right sides facing the camera. Everyone lay down with the right side facing the camera, facing us over here, and let's rock and roll.
So we're gonna start with the shrimp, which looks like this. Hands go on the chest. Using our posted foot, we shoot our hips back. Okay, so you should almost be able to touch your toes right here. Now the foot is strong, this leg is straight, and I extend my body here. This leg is straight, almost like off the ground, it's so straight. Now from here, if we can execute a kick, right? So we can kick once, and then I use that leg to rock myself up. Let's just do that drill several times, just to make sure we kind of get the basics of the guard get up concept in there. So we're here, turning towards the flat leg, hands are posted, arms are straight. Using the posted leg, the hips go out. The leg lands on their hips, stiff leg, and I extend my body. Look, my shoulders are now on the ground. I'm facing the ceiling, and this leg is coiled, ready to go. We kick once, look at this kick, it's just like an extension. And then I use that same leg to help rock myself up to a sitting position. All right, let's go back down. One more time, and then we'll add on here. So we've got one leg extended, one leg posted. Hands are posted on their body, stiff arms. Using that foot, watch the hip shoot back. Here. Now the foot is on their hip, leg is stiff and extended, and we extend our body, shoulders facing the ceiling. Kick once. Use that same leg and rock yourself up. Great. Now here's where it changes. Instead of kicking again, we're gonna do this movement over and over again so that we understand the dynamics of the direct get up. Look, my hand on the side of the bent posted leg, this arm is gonna go across my straight leg. Okay, so everyone grab, we're grabbing their arm, we're dumping the water and putting it on the ground. Okay, so we grab and dump. Grab, so look, my fist is this way, it's gonna turn and rotate, dump the water in here. Okay, so now we're gonna add a get up to this. So I'm gonna grab, dump, and you can get up to your knees first if you need to, or all the way up like we just did. And let's go back down. So here, so we're grabbing, dumping, getting up in base, here. Okay, one little detail, seems little, but I want you to do, is that when we grab and you dump, I want to keep your hand as a fist. It's kind of awkward, but for the purposes of the technique, I'm holding his wrist. So I want you to simulate that by holding your grip this way. Holding his wrist, hand is here, and again, we get up to our knee first, or hand. Here, back down. Just for practice's sake, let's practice the arm drag, but on the other side. Just so we get the dynamic here, which is that we have a posted leg, so now you're gonna go towards your left side. Your left leg's gonna be extended, right leg is posted, and now we're gonna grab, dump, and post, and get up in base. And back down. Here. Grab, dump, post, and get up.
Nice.
Here we go. And here. Grab, drag across the body, get up, and we're back down. Here, one more. Grab, dump, post, get up in base. Awesome. Cool. So now let's put that all together into one move. So we're gonna start on the ground. Hands are posted on their shoulder. Rotating towards our flat leg, arms are stiff. We use our posted leg and we shoot our hips back. The bottom leg is extended. The bottom leg, our right leg is extended. I shoot my body out, my right leg is still straight. I kick once. I rock up, and now from here, look, I'm already grabbing their arm. I'm grabbing their arm, I'm dumping it, and I'm holding it on the ground here. While I do what? Get up in base, and then get distance. Everyone shoot back. That's it. Let's try try it again. So we're here. Hands are posted on their chest. We slightly rotate our shoulders towards our flat leg, our right side. Posting on our foot, shoot the hips back. Leg is extended. Straighten your body out, shoulders to the ceiling.
Great,
Kick
Desiree.
once, rock up, now grab the wrist. C-grip, dump the water, post, and get up in base, either to your knee or to your foot, and then move back.
Nice. Excellent, guys.
Awesome.
Good. Kicking. Come on up,
It's
Isabella.
looking
Great.
So
Reset
we're
it.
here, posting, rotating, hips come out. Foot on the ground, extend our body. Kick once, rock up, grab, dump. I almost kicked again, just out of habit. We're not doing that one. And here, we're getting up. Awesome. So that's the direct get up. Let's do it one more time for context here, Henner.
Yes.
So they can kind of see, remember, what are they grabbing, and what are they dragging, and what are they posting on, where does the leg go, all of that stuff.
You guys can lay down with your right side facing the camera, turn around with your right side facing the camera, and just follow along with us. You can do it right side facing the camera. Spin around if you haven't spun yet. So you can do it with us one time. Brace the shoulders,
I'm
go.
bracing the shoulders, look, you're posting my foot, I shoot my
Everybody
hips
shrimp out. Let's see, lay down, shrimp those hips out. From your shoulders, shrimp your hips straight out. Place
Now
the
my
bottom foot.
leg is extended straight. I extend my body here, and look, my leg is coiled up, ready to kick.
Boom.
I rock myself up here, and now look, the
Nice.
hand is ready to grab.
Boom.
And as he tries to, approach me, I can grab this arm and I drag it across my body. Look at my hips are off the ground right now. That's how much pressure.
Now, one key detail
I'm
here
putting on his hips.
is that Eve's emptying of the water should be over the flat leg. You have one leg up, one leg down. Whichever hand grabs the water cup and goes across over your flat leg. Boom.
Nice adjustment.
And now the
That's
back
it.
leg remains posted so she can get up in base.
Get up in base
Boom.
here. Pressure
Nice.
is still on the
Good,
wrist,
Kate.
and we're up.
Good.
Nice, great adjustment there.
Cool. So now,
that is the direct get up. Now there's a situation that complicates it a little. Either there's not even enough space for us to fully, extend our body. Even this, there's not enough space for this. Or perhaps this person is so persistent in the guard that as I try to shrimp, I can't get a full shrimp. I can't get my leg on their hip effectively because they're just so persistent in following me. So for this variation, or this kind of circumstance, we would go with the knee shield variation, and it looks like this. Here, and we're up. What does that all come down to? The same thing with the first, which is what? Arm drag, getting the arm across that body. That whole fancy move we did was literally just for that, to get the arm across the body. So let's look at that here.
with even less space than the previous slice.
So from here, all I want to do is get my knee across his chest. So I shrimp out just enough.
Baby shrimps.
I get my top knee in, my bottom foot on his hip, and now watch me extend my upper body to be safe from punches. I control his wrist, which again, if he's pursuing me, it should be easy to get a hold of this wrist here. And now this is very strong. Now I'm gonna eliminate his base point, which is his bottom knee. At the same time, I drag this arm and I extend this leg. 1, 2, 3, boom.
Boom.
And now we're here. Back to the arm
Look at the
side.
hands. Look at the hands. Same
The arms
position.
are here. Leg is straight. Arm is posted. I'm holding his wrist. Look. Remember how I said to hold the fist? I'm holding his wrist down. That's the whole point of this. Imagine if you did all this and then you let go of the wrist and you just got up. That was the whole point of the move. Okay? So holding the wrist is so important. Keeping this wrist down while we get up in base and then buy us time to
Beautiful.
get out. So one more time together, then we'll do it solo. So shrimp.
Baby
Look,
shrimp.
The shrimp's just a baby shrimp because maybe that's all I can get here.
Just to get the knee inside the
Top
chest.
knee first. Top knee on the chest. Bottom foot on the hip.
So look what she has right now, guys. One knee across my chest, her knee on my upper kind of pec, shoulder area. Bottom foot right on the hip right here. But she's so curled up still. Look at this. She's accessible to punches. So at this point, she has to extend her upper torso away a little bit. That's very important that her torso straightens out. Yeah.
So that extension. Now I'm not punch accessible.
And
I'm
her legs are still holding me.
I'm still controlling his wrist. And now 3 things are going to happen at once, which will actually be much easier without him here for you guys to see. I'm going to extend this top leg. I'm going to kick out his knee. And I'm going to drag this arm across. So 1, 2, 3, boom, all at once. And now we're here, sitting up, posting the arm, getting up in base, and we can get out.
Awesome.
Cool. So let's do that solo. I want you to watch one time, and then you can join me on the solo practice. So we're going to start the same position. From the kind of guard here, hands are posted, if they can be. I'm going to shrimp just a little bit. My top knee is going to come in. Look at my knee here. My foot is flexed. And it's like almost like a 90-degree angle here. My foot goes on his hip. Okay, so we're simulating bottom foot on the hip here. And then we're gonna do this extension, okay? So look what happens here. Notice my legs stay the same amount of like bend. So they're like about 90 degrees. And it's only my hips that open. This. Everyone will do this in a moment. So here, and then I'm going to grab the wrist, okay? And then 3 things are gonna happen at once. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, and we're up. Okay, so join me on this. Let's just start with this first movement. We're all down. Hands are here, baby shrimp. You don't even need that much of a shrimp. Just get on your side. Top knee through, just the top knee first. Now the bottom foot, simulate, put it on their hips. The knee should be touching the ground. Okay, and now everyone do this. Extend, and come back, and extend, and come back, and extend, and come back. And keep these legs bent if you can.
Oh yeah, keep your
Kaylee, try to keep that bottom leg bent as well.
And just extend your pelvis, yeah.
Yes, so only the hips.
Boom,
Here, here,
boom. Just
here,
like you're opening up
here.
from punches.
This fun little ab workout here. Keeping the
now
legs
we're
bent.
open,
So
hands
instead
are
of
up.
doing, I don't want to see this. You see this? The difference between this and that.
Nice.
Okay, so keeping the legs bent,
Little
beautiful.
stretch. Yes.
So assuming we've just extended,
Good.
the leg is still here. Look at my knees kind of angled up. My legs are about 90 degrees. I'm grabbing his wrist with which side? Okay, how do you decide this? It's the left, right?
Top
but
leg.
ultimately the top leg, there's bottom leg, top leg. That's the side you're gonna grab the wrist. Now 3 things are gonna happen. I'm gonna kick the bottom leg, I'm gonna extend the top leg, and I'm gonna drag the arm. Now what does that look like when it's all together? It looks like this, woo. Okay, so we're all gonna practice that several times. So we're here, legs are bent, arm is grabbed, right? We're actually grabbing the wrist. And 3 things, look, I'll even do it slow. 1, 2, 3, all at once, okay? It's that, okay? But we're gonna do it with so much momentum that look, when I kick my legs, it helps me sit up. So look, I kick and I'm up. So use those legs as like a little bit of like a momentum.
Great, you guys, looking
builder.
sharp.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Try to see if you can get up to your hand, all the way to your hand.
So
Kick hard and get up.
We've extended our legs, and now we're going to, look, kick, and the arm comes across all at the same
all the
time.
way up.
So 3 things, right? We're kicking straight. Now we are actually kicking those legs straight, and the arm's coming across. Okay, so let's just try that same movement over, and then we're gonna put it all together, okay? So now we're here, look, we've got the arm grabbed, the legs are here, the hips are extended, and now we're gonna straighten our legs and drag the arm, 1, 2, 3, boom, and we're up.
Nice.
Awesome.
Base
Okay,
up.
what's that?
Let's do it.
You wanna get up already?
I think I'm excited to get up. My legs are getting tired from that hold.
Okay, let's earn our get up. Okay, let's go back. We'll go back here, start from the beginning.
Okay.
So now we're here, posting. Baby shrimp, top knee through, left leg through. Bottom foot, right foot on the hip, okay? Extend, just the hips. Grab the wrist, and now 1, 2, 3, boom. The arm comes across,
Oh.
and now we're here sitting up. Okay, use both hands, and now we can get up and base. Awesome.
That was great, you guys. I'm
Great,
watching you
yeah,
guys. I'm
check
gonna watch
them
you guys
out.
this rep.
Let's try it again. So now we're posting, and baby shrimp. Top knee through.
Nice, knee on the chest there, looking
Foot
good.
on the hip, bottom foot on the hip.
Great, Lou.
Okay. And you
Good,
can even
Jamie.
grab the wrist here if you want it. You can grab the wrist at any point, right? Extend at the hips, keeping the legs bent, right? And now, 1, 2, 3, we're gonna extend the legs and drag the arm, and we sit up.
Come on up, good, Shayla.
And now from
Beautiful.
here, you can get up to your knee first
Boom,
if you
boom.
want.
Base
Get
get
up,
up. Good,
base,
Kate. Perfect
and get
base,
out.
Kate. That's it. Okay, I'm ready.
Awesome.
All right.
So let's do that one more time, then we're gonna talk about one other contingency here. So we're here,
Back
posting.
down. Reset it, guys. Here we go, Yunsu. Here we go,
Reset,
Sophie.
reset, we're on our backs. Everyone shrimp. Top knee, bottom leg in, foot on the hip.
One thing
Okay?
to keep in mind, ladies, stay right where you are. You get that frame already? Frame already? Look, when you guys are here, one thing to keep in mind, hold the wrist. When it comes time for the chop, your foot goes from their hip to their knee. So you're not blasting through just on their pelvis. That won't make me fall. So she has to retract, and then now all together, boom. And some of you guys aren't, obviously it's hard to visualize with solo, but just keep that in mind. So when Eve does it solo, the one more time.
And part of the reason why that's hard is because when we do this, we can't actually push off of their body.
Yeah.
So our body's doing this instead of this, right?
Correct.
Which is where the foot is staying there.
But just know that when you kick, your foot can go to the ground real quick, and then kick from
yeah,
the...
so we can do this.
Boom, yes, just make
right?
sure your
So
foot
when you're
rubs against the
kicking,
ground. Your foot should be
it's kind
sliding
of
on the ground.
along the ground here. Yeah, that's a great little adjustment that you can make to kind of practice or simulate that. So once we're here, the bottom leg kind of kicks along the ground because you're kicking the knee, and the top leg extends and kicks up. Cool, let's show it one more time for reference, everything together. Since there's a lot of grabbing and moving and tripping and
feel free to do it with us, you guys, as we're here. Just come with us. Here we go.
So we're here. Hands are on the shoulders, baby shrimp, top knee through, bottom foot on the hip. And now look, I extend my torso.
Nice.
I'm grabbing the wrist here already. So now it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, kicking the knee, extending the leg, dragging the arm, 1, 2, 3,
Boom,
let me sit up.
build the house.
And now we're here. Get up in base and get out.
Excellent. Awesome, you guys.
How are you guys feeling with that one?
Can I do it one more time?
Yeah, let's do it one more time.
One more time.
Let's see it here. You can do it with them.
Come on, you guys, all together.
you guys
So hands
here.
on the shoulders, let's go. Baby shrimp. Everyone, put that top knee right up in their chest, right near their
knee
chin.
in.
Put your bottom foot on their pelvis and
foot on
extend
the
your
hip.
pelvis a little, just kind of open up. Here, you're blocking. Grab that top wrist by your thigh and take your right foot, drop it to the ground. Now get ready for the blast. All three together. Big pop. Pop and sit up.
Pop and sit up. Great.
Extend, get up on your hand, and then hold the wrist to the ground, and now get up in base.
Up in base.
All the way up. Nice, get up. Great, Celeste. Very nice. Perfect. Okay, so now let's add one more slice contingency here. Eve is down,
Yes.
which is when the person's on top and they lock on your hips so tight.
Yeah, all of these moves require me being able to do what? Get my hips out. So if Henner wasn't holding me, it requires this, the movement of my hips. But the moment that becomes impossible and I try to shrimp and try to get my hips out, and I can't because he's holding onto my hips so tight, there's kind of two options. We talked about in another class that you could potentially just relax and wait and say, hey, I give up, please don't hurt me, I'll do whatever you want. And at some point, he's gonna likely let go, and then that might be our opportunity
Boom.
to use one of these other techniques. So
False
that's one
surrender,
option.
false
We call it the
surrender.
false surrender, but that's not what we're here to talk about today. Okay, there is another option, and that's where we are, the power frame. And it looks like this. Pressure on the neck, and the rest, you know. So let's look at the dynamic, the breakdown of that. So frames are beautiful in jiu-jitsu, right? The idea that you can use a kind of like a strong structure, 90 degrees, put pressure on their body, and it's not me requiring strength because it's structural, right? I can hold this forever, it doesn't matter how much weight goes on it. So we want to create that, but a normal frame is like a one-arm frame, and it's very difficult from this angle. So we create the power frame. Watch, the hand goes on the shoulder, okay? My other hand comes underneath and I grab my own wrist. And now I rotate both wrists here and extend. And now that just puts pressure on his neck.
Look at the frame structure. So this is hooked behind my, so essentially the power and the anchor is my body. So she's anchoring onto my shoulder blade, curling her wrist, and then because she's anchoring onto an arm that is already anchored onto my shoulder, this arm almost has the power through the connection of the anchored on my shoulder, which is why this is so ridiculously strong and painful. It goes right into my throat, so it makes me rear up very quickly. And all Eve is looking for, you guys, is that my elbows leave the ground this much. If my elbows leave the ground, her hips are free. I only have hip control if my elbows are down and trapping her hips. So that's why when I'm here, she enters the power. My right elbow's off the ground.
Now that's happened, look, baby shrimp, knee inside, foot on the hip, extend, I can grab his wrist. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, I'm up. So this is all to kind of set us up for any other guard get up option, but it's just to create enough space that they sit up and our hips can get out.
Power frame.
Power frame. So I'm gonna do it one time, maybe without you, just so that they can see. So the power frame, assuming that his head is facing, we'll say to our right. Okay, we're gonna take our right arm and drape it over his shoulders. But look at the angle I do. It's not even like, it's not this, right? It's like a little bit deeper and a little bit curled, a wrist here. Now my other arm comes in and I'm gonna go like across my own kind of clavicle area because I need to get underneath his neck, right? I can't just grab it. I have to get underneath his neck and then I'm gonna grab my own wrist. Okay, so now that we have this, now let's practice the extension. Watch how the extension looks. Boop. Here. So 2 things are happening. Number 1, or maybe 3 things at once. I'm curling both of my wrists. I'm extending my arms, but I'm also extending at an angle. So I'm not just extending straight up. I'm extending towards the direction that, look, I want to rotate my hips. Why? So my hips can come out. I'm sorry, I want to rotate my shoulders so my hips can come out the back. So watch this. Right hand goes over the shoulder.
This one more.
Left hand comes in across the clavicle and grabs your own wrist. Look, these are monkey grips, meaning no thumbs, no C grips, just grabbing here. And now we're gonna rotate, extend the arms, and then rotate our shoulders slightly to the right here. Let me see it. So everyone here. So we're in. Yeah, everyone, you guys can join in on this. Yeah, everyone can join us on this.
Right
so
side facing the camera?
Right side facing the camera and face me here. So we've got the right arm here. Left hand's coming across the clavicle, grabbing the wrist. Rotating the wrist and extending the arm, rotating our shoulders towards the right side. And now what can we do? Post off of our other foot, hips out. Foot on the hip, and we'll just kind of go to here for now, right? So let's try that again. Right hand on the shoulder blade. Left hand comes through our clavicle here and grabs onto our own wrist. And now all at once, rotate, extend. Rotate and extend those arms. Everyone just do this several times. So here to here to here. And the goal is that, look at the angle of this arm. You want it to end at like 90 degrees. That's the goal of the frame. Not here or not like here, right? You want it to be 90 degrees, and part of that means extending your shoulder slightly. So we're here. Now we're gonna do this and we're gonna incorporate the knee shield as well. So we're from the guard, the hand goes on the shoulder blade. Left hand comes across, grabs her own wrist. Extend the arm, rotate, and now what? Baby shrimp. Get the top knee in, bottom foot on the hip, extend our hips and grab the arm. And now we're gonna kick all at once. 1, 2, 3, and we're sitting up. Beautiful. And now our hands are here. We can get up to our knees or get up all the way to our feet. Awesome. Cool. You wanna try it? And then I'm gonna watch them. I wanna see what's going on.
Come with me, guys. Let's go. Everybody lay down. Stage 1, legs are crossed. You're holding this person close. They got your hips locked, but you're still grabbing their head to avoid the knockout. Lay down. Let's go. Right side facing the camera. We keep it crisp. We're gonna go for it, you guys. Head control. They can't punch us now, but we're like, man, I can't shrimp out. They're too tight. Take your right hand, drape it over the shoulder. Left hand, snake it under their neck. Don't be shy about it either. Once you peek through, grab your own wrist.
That's it, Lou.
No thumbs on both wrists, you guys. Let me see. Shallow grips. Look, deep grips. Everyone, deep frame. Start to extend your arm.
Extend that arm.
Place your left foot on the ground, your back foot on the ground, shrimp out. Insert your knee across their chest. Place the foot on the stomach. Extend your pelvis slightly. Beautiful. Open up your chest. Very nice. Open up that chest. Now grab their top wrist. It's right here. Grab that wrist, take your right foot, drop it to the ground. Get ready for the blast. All 3 together, go. Nice, land right here. Look how beautiful. Extended, posted, posted, posted. And base get up. Beautiful, come on up, come back down. Again, let's go. Right side facing the camera. Right hand over the shoulder, left hand grab your own wrist. Sneak that frame in, foot on the ground. Shrimp out, knee shield. Foot on the pelvis, extend your pelvis. Good, you're here, grab that top wrist, drop the foot to the ground. Kick all 3. 1, 2, we're coming up. And base get up.
Nice, Kate. Beautiful get up.
Back down. Come on, break your fall on the way down. Break your fall. Head up. Stage 1, head control. Try to come under. Hold the shoulder with your right. Snake under with the left. Hook your own wrist. Everyone's looking sharp. Keep your frames. Back foot on the ground. As you activate your frame, look, as I extend this, I shrimp away. Bring your knee inside their chest. Hook their back with their foot. Look at my toes. I want everyone active toes, not sleepy foot. No dancers, fighter feet. Ballet, fighter, hook the fighter foot. Now, foot on the bottom hip, extend your pelvis away, protect your face, but grab that top wrist. Now place your foot from the hip to the ground, extend everything, pop up and go.
1, 2, 3.
Beautiful, base and build.
Nice, Sheila.
Excellent.
There it is, awesome.
Back down. Now let's do the original one, we forgot already, the direct get up from the L to the I. So everyone's here, stage 1, stretch the person away, put your hands on their shoulders, okay? Put your left foot on the ground, everybody shrimp out hard to the left all the way out, and place your right foot on their stomach. Shrimp out, place that foot right in their belly, and now from that foot, extend your whole body back, full lockout. Everybody's here, kick from the low, pop, rock up, grab the wrist, empty the water across your body. Yes, always over the flat leg, you guys. Remember, always empty over the flat leg, and now base get up.
Nice, Fifi.
Back down. Reset, Marina. Come on, let's do it. Here we go, stage 1. Stretch the guard. Brace the shoulders. Left foot on the ground. Big shrimp. Foot on the stomach. L to the I. Kick low. Rock up. Grab the wrist, empty the water. Base get up. Great, that's it, Marina. Good. Reset.
Good, Melissa.
Back down. Stage 1 guard. Use your legs to push them away a little bit. Brace the shoulders. Foot on the ground, hip out, foot on the stomach, extend away, kick him in the face, rock up, grab the wrist, empty the water, base get up. Great, Sophie, and we're up. Nice. Solid, you guys.
Looking good, Desiree.
Now what's cool, Eve, let's show them this. You guys, this may be a little bit advanced for some of you, but for many of you who've done some of these classes already, we want to give a little bit broader context as to how the advanced guard get-ups play into the standard guard get-ups, all the initial basic guard get-up kind of starting positions. Let me explain something here. So, what makes the basic ones basic is they all end the same, okay? So for example, if I grab Eve by the wrist, she's gonna cross her legs, slowly bring the arm over, lock her hands, shrimp out, kick off my stomach, kick me in the face, boom, and boom, and she gets out, scoot, 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 and she gets up. And then another basic guard get up could be, let's just say, maybe I'm grabbing her by the throat, choking her. So she's gonna brace my cross body, she's gonna shrimp out, L to the I, kick low, boom, she gets up, she gets out, and she goes, okay? So the point is, every different grip is a different standard guard getup. They're all just a bunch, there's 6 or 7 of those standards, okay? When it comes to the advanced, what you need to understand is any advanced variation can be applied as the end piece for any beginning standard variation initial part. So for example,
Not fully true.
Lay down, let's try. Let's try. So for example, if I have a wrist pin and we're here and Eve crosses her legs and brings the arms around the world, boom. But let's say we're in a very confined space, right? So now she shrimps out a little knee shield. Look, she's right here. Now she breaks the grip, she grabs, she chops the tree, and she can get up. So the point is you can use a standard beginning and then plug in the advanced guard get up endings based on what the situation calls for, the space, the time requirement, the speed of it, right? Go back again. Or let's say I go for the choke. Similarly, she does a standard L to the I, but once she gets here, there's no space. So she kicks, she sits up, and then she empties the water right here. That was a choke start with a direct get up finish. That's the whole point. So advanced guard get-ups.
The only reason why I said it wasn't fully true is because the last variation, the power frame, is technically another start, right? It's another possibility.
No, it's a middle.
Watch.
I'll prove it.
Go ahead and say it's a start.
So she's here. I'm like, boom.
No, but
she crosses her legs, reaches around the
if you're
world.
doing this behavior.
Boom, and then I go here, and then I go boom, and then you bring the power frame when it's part of the ending.
I like how he tried to get that in.
I tried to sneak it in.
And be right on this, but.
The point is, what's cool about the advanced guard get-ups is that don't think of them as all their own individual startups.
Sure.
All your other guard get-ups can benefit from these new ending adapters.
Well, and really, all guard get-ups are all pieces of this bigger puzzle, which is what is the objective? To get back up to our feet. And each guard get-up that we learn likely has 2 components. It'll be kind of a beginning, like an indicator, we'll call it, and then an ending. And at some point, we might be able to choose how we end that situation, right? And so we have to basically say, what are the indicators? What are the things we can't choose? Basically, if they're grabbing our neck, we don't get to say, oh, I want to do the wrist pin variation. We have to respond to that. But then after that, there are some adaptations we can make based on the situation.
Kick and scoot or get up faster. That's a good point.
And the more that we, learn, the more that we kind of plug the puzzles in, the more seamless they become. Where it's not just, and that's why even though all the guard get-ups is like extend, kick low, kick high, rock up, scoot out twice, we actually want to make sure that people are feeling like it's not a robotic thing, because it could change at any minute, right? At any moment of any situation, that thing could change, right? It might start off with one indicator and then they change to another one. So just important to remember that all of these, there's no one right answer to any situation. And they all may flow or look a little different depending on the scenario.
Excellent. And the goal is to be like water, right? The goal is to be like water, you guys. Except instead of flowing down the river at all costs, no matter what, the water is going down. Your goal is to flow back to your feet, no matter what. You're getting back to your feet. The question is how? Where is the path of least resistance? And sometimes when you are trapped against your will and there is no path of least resistance, what do? What does the water do when it cannot flow anymore? It stops flowing and it starts filling. And then eventually, when the opportunity presents itself, it finds its exit path and it starts flowing again. So sometimes the best move is no move. It's just to wait, save your energy, and prepare and rebuild up and build up and observe and look and wait and observe and look. And then finally, there's the crack. We're going that way. So sometimes the false surrender of, I'm chilling, right? I can't get out. My hips are locked. Okay, start filling. Stop moving and start filling. I'm here. Hey, please don't hurt me. I give up. I'll do whatever you want. You start talking them down. False surrender. Before you know it, filling. He loosens up on your hips for 1 second and boom, we're out. So one way or another, ladies, we're gonna flow back to our feet, and all guard get-ups, all variations, basic and advanced, are just to increase your confidence that inevitable reality will happen no matter what. Sooner or later, we're getting back up. You gotta protect yourself, you gotta have good psychology, and you have to have the techniques. When the window does open, you kind of need to know what to do. And that's why putting all the time you guys are putting in is so helpful. Excellent.
Good. Should we do one more drill or should we do visualization?
I think you need to take us through a visualization today. Eve's got some great visualization ideas today, you guys.
I always tell.
Take us to the park, Eve.
There's a reason why Haven always wants you to tell stories at night.
Bedtime stories.
I'm like, who do you want to put you to bed? He's like, Papai tells better stories.
Yeah, but you live, traveled on the road, WWE, 6-year veteran. Like, you've been in some crazy situations.
Well,
so just
tell me if I'm wrong, women. We don't need to like think about potential scenarios because every day is a potential scenario.
That's what I'm saying. So talk me through some of those.
Yes.
You guys close your eyes. Everyone sit down comfortable. Close your eyes. And just take the ride with Eve right here.
All right, so we're all going to visualize, and part of this is recognizing that how we practice it is not always how it might feel or look in a real application. So we obviously can't simulate that in reality, so we try to simulate it through visualization, not to freak anyone out and not to give anyone nightmares, but to really think about how this might be applied in a real situation. So let's say that we are coming out of the supermarket, and maybe it's Trader Joe's, and you're coming out, you've got your bags, and you it's late at night, so you're being aware, and you get to your car, you put your bags inside, and then somebody starts approaching you, and you're not really sure what they need, so you kind of circle around your car to make sure you stay on the other side.
Genius.
Yes. And then somebody who you actually did not see coming comes up behind you and hits you from behind. So there was one person who you were looking at, and there was actually another attacker coming behind you. That person holds you down to the ground, right? So now you're on the ground, and you end up in the guard position, right? And even if you don't, you wiggle your way to get your legs around this person to stay close. And what you recognize is time is not on your side because there's somebody else there. So you need to get up as quickly as possible. And you remember that there's this variation of getting up to our feet where we don't have space or time, and we go to the direct get up. So we are in the guard, we brace their shoulders, our foot shrimps out, but maybe there's a little gravel on the ground, so our foot kind of slips out and we don't get enough of a shrimp as we want, and we have to keep shrimping. So we push our hips back further, the foot lands on their hip. Maybe we try to kick them and we can't even kick them. So we sit up, we grab their wrist and we drag it across our body and slam it into the concrete. And putting all of our weight on their wrist, we go to stand up. And because we have gotten up so quickly, the other person cannot come in and because we've gotten up so fast, we can run to safety. And so in that situation, we needed to go off of what was fastest. And we used the direct get up, and we just got back up to our feet. We called for help. We ran back in, and we got to safety. And they found the guys later, and they are in jail. Cool.
Excellent. You threw in two guys that got me a little worried.
I actually didn't know where I was going with it.
My gosh.
And I was like, why would I need to use that variation?
Why does it have to be fast? Bring in a second attacker.
Second
That'll solve your problem real quick.
I could have gone further with that, but I was like, we don't have all day. So,
awesome, you guys.
But yeah, so anytime the two things to take away from this in terms of why you would use these specific scenarios, one is time, and one is that we don't, if you can't sit there and, punch block series and stay close and, conserve energy, and you have to just get up to your feet, that this is another option of just, dragging, getting up and running. And this is something you teach law enforcement specifically for this reason, right? If there's another guy coming, boom, they get up and they can still kind of control their positioning and they can get up to safety. And the other is just that the person's so persistent that you can't get the shrimp in the way that you want, right? And then we have these other knee shield variations, so.
Yeah, it's just right. We started teaching law enforcement from Women Empowered. These guard get-ups were developed initially for Women Empowered. And we're like, this is great, get back to your feet at all costs. And cops were like, Henry, I'm on the bottom of the guard, but we have a belt full of tools and weapons. We can't be in the ground fight for that long. How can we get back to our feet? I'm like, Women Empowered, guard get-ups. So then we started doing them in law enforcement, and then some adaptations were made there because of the duty belt and the limited mobility that an officer has with like a vest on and whatnot. Then the advanced guard get-up that we've seen here came in as a result of kind of that constraint and that law enforcement limited mobility. So then we brought that back to Women Empowered. So it was amazing how Women Empowered fed law enforcement, then law enforcement fed Women Empowered, and then both of those feed like mixed martial arts fighters that we train in the UFC who have to get back to their feet sometimes because they're losing the fight and they have to get back up to try to score some points on their feet. So getting back to the feet all came from Women Empowered and law enforcement, GST. It's so crazy how all the programs have been feeding one another, especially when it comes to guard get up. So it's always a great time to reflect on that. Well, great, friends. Thank you for joining us.
I also thought I heard somebody ask me about my new rash guard. Right? Is that what I heard?
Yes, yes. Thank you very much.
That is now
and
out.
your new gi pants.
And new gi pants. This new Lion, what is it called? The Lion
Collection.
Yeah,
the whole 9.
And tomorrow on, we wanted to make sure to invite you guys that Victoria and I, every single Wednesday, we go live on the Women Empowered kind of Instagram account. And tomorrow we're going to be, every week we talk about something that is related to challenges that often women encounter. Some of them are self-defense related. Some of them more just take self-defense principles and apply them to different types of life challenges. And tomorrow specifically, we're going to be talking about imposter syndrome and how that affects so many people, including us, and how we can overcome it. But I mentioned that in part because I want to invite you in, also because we are going to be doing a giveaway for this rash guard and a few other things. So if you want to join us, you can. It's at 12 p.m. It's at 12 p.m. Pacific time. So if you can join us, it's live, but it will be recorded. So if you can catch it later, and if you can't make it at that time, no problem.
One problem: you don't get the rash guard if you come
late.
Well,
no, not necessarily. If you actually subscribe to the Women Empowered YouTube, we're not necessarily picking somebody who's actually live with us. Okay, well that's it. If you've subscribed, if you're following us on Instagram, then that can
be done tonight. There you guys go. Don't wait till tomorrow. Subscribe tonight.
So we'd love
the new Women Empowered channel on YouTube.
Yes.
Excellent. All right, ladies. Thanks for joining us. Tomorrow we go down. Tomorrow's Wednesday. There's Gracie Combatives class. For those who have not tried one yet, please get in there. You're going to love it. Tonight we work out in the next 15 minutes. Starts Fit Jitsu. So if you want to burn some extra calories, get a little stronger, and increase your cardio a little bit, you can join us at 7 o'clock tonight. If not, we'll see you tomorrow for Combatives, or Saturday for Women Empowered is the next Saturday. Lesson number 15 Saturday. You don't want to miss it. Cancel everything. We'll see you there at 11 o'clock. Triangle choke.
No class on Saturday.
No class on Saturday.
Thanks, Georgianne.
Oh, you guys don't miss
catch.
No class on Saturday. But I was getting ready. You guys saw how I was fired up for that. Anyways, next Tuesday will be the class, lesson number 15. So enjoy your 4th of July weekend. And be safe out there, and we'll see you guys next Tuesday for the next Women Empowered class. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Awesome, as usual.
Have a good night.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.